Right at the heart of Kangemi slums sit a small, brightly painted private school with congregated metal for walls and ramesh for windows and wooden desks. It may seem nothing out of the ordinary. But this is where 500 Bridge International Academy pupils meet every day for classes. The school is one of the 405 Harambee schools in the country, offering affordable quality education to children from low-income families.
Okay, our pupils come from the community where the school is located, and currently our community, Gishagi community, is not that rich. It is say a poor community. So the pupils who learn here are also, one or more disadvantaged.
Parents pay 590 shillings per term for pupils in baby class and pre-unit. 880 shillings for pupils in upper primary. Parents who cannot afford to pay the school fees at once are also allowed to pay school fees in installments.
We pay in installments, and we have grace periods when we are paying our fees. So for a parent from a low class, you can afford to pay the fees.
Wakiwa City Council sikuwa najua wanaweza ongea Kizungu, lakini saa hizi unaweza kusikia mtoto mkiongea na yeye anaongea Kizungu, na hata hesabu mtoto anafanya hesabu kivyake, anakuambia jinsi anavyoenda na statement yake, unaona huyu mtoto kweli anasoma.
Step into any classroom at Bridge and the chances are that the teacher will be uttering exactly the same words that are being uttered in other public and private schools. In a less crowded classroom, students and teachers use tablet computers connected to the internet to receive lesson plans and classroom content from Bridge's master teachers.
I also prepare myself. Maybe I can even think of how I'm going to deliver the lesson best, because delivering the lesson does not only mean reading whatever is in the teacher computer.
Each teacher begins his or her day by studying the teacher's guide for the day as uploaded to their tablets earlier in the week.
They are harmful to others because they could make other people sick.
The teacher's computer also helps in tracking student test scores and then uses the data to equally refine learning material, which is then sent back to classrooms. This rapid feedback loop means that education content is always getting better and students don't need to constantly purchase new expensive books.
Very early in the morning, there's teacher preparation time. That's when we preview the lessons in the teacher computer and prepare for every lesson. That is collection of the appropriate materials and putting them ready.
I mean, we have schedules inside the teacher tablet which the teachers use. So the lesson plan, everything, lesson arrangement, it is there. Even if it might interest you, we also have the register of the pupils there.
According to Mary Juma Okal, a Class 1 teacher, the tablet has made work very easy.
It makes our work easier because the lessons are already there. Everything is there. So what I need to do is just to follow it 100% and to deliver whatever is inside there to the pupils.
So they don't have books to carry at class. What they do is go to class with their chalk, carry their teacher computer, and deliver.
Academy managers also have smartphones which also allow them to seamlessly sync their academy's tablets, pupil admissions, tuition fee payments and instructional monitoring.
We have some Bridge schools where we have a pilot program, about 5-6 schools, where the students actually have not this tablet but another make. And inside the tablet we have a lot of content, say storybooks. And actually I think if the pilot program goes on successful, it is going to be introduced all around Bridge schools.
Bridge International Academy preschool pupils learn using materials such as mini anchor chalkboards to allow pupils to practice writing without the need for paper. Teachers at the preschool also use colored counters, which are essentially bottle caps, and their plastic rings to teach color recognition, counting and other basic mathematical concepts.
8, 9. Let's count again, class.
There are some kids who don't know how to count. I use that time to assist them count using the blocks. You can count the block 1, 2, 3. Because there are a lot of different colors, I can use them to identify colors. Also, I use slate and chalks. For example, if in the morning we learned a number, maybe number 6, and some of them didn't know how to write, didn't make to write, I use that time to assist them.
However, the academic future of these children is not known, as Harambee schools are at risk of closure after the Ministry of Education released tough guidelines on the operation of the schools. According to the education guidelines, at least 50% of teachers in the schools should have a government-recognized certificate and be registered by the Teacher Service Commission. The guidelines are silent on the compliance timeline.
If we see by mistake anyone in government sees alternative providers of education as a negative force, as a competitor that must be destroyed, well, the cost is going to be really high, because if you shut down the schools right now, all of them, what you would need immediately is to create, 15,000 new classrooms, 22 billion to create 15,000 new classrooms.
Kenya Independent Schools Association Chairman George Mikwa claims that the Ministry of Education published a different guideline without consulting them. Mikwa says they had met with the Education Ministry and agreed that each school should have 33% of its teachers registered with TSC in 3 years.
But when they went back to the office, to their places, the major consensus issues that we are talking about in Egerton, they changed. So our participation has been regular, and we do follow up with the Ministry of Education to make sure that things are done back. It's usually not the way we think.
These people are not competitors to the government. They are not opponents to the government. They are complementary. They are partners. And the government needs to start seeing them in that way.
The first Bridge International Academy opened in the Mukuru slum in Nairobi in 2009. Today, there are over 412 academies across Kenya and Uganda. By 2025, Bridge plans to be educating 10 million children across a dozen countries. The Jubilee government's manifesto on education is that every child gets basic education, and Bridge International School is a clear indication that Harambee schools can still offer quality education at affordable rates for pupils whose parents are low-income earners. Brenda Czeda Radido at Bridge International School in Kangemi.